We all have stress in our lives, so what do you do to de-stress and escape?
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
So Ryan,
Yeah.
you had a topic or something.
Well, I was just wondering what you guys do to relax after a stressful week.
Oh God,
Personally, I PC game.
PC gamer.
PC gamer.
I PCP.
And I just pee.
Wow, we're all working off that letter.
There's
High masturbate, apparently.
hey, pound the pud. Fire out some knuckle children.
Do the stranger. It's a shitty experience, but it's
It's a myth.
it's a myth.
Okay, so can we break this down a little bit?
Absolutely. Just what do you do at the end of
Okay.
a long day to help you relax?
Long day, it's been stressful.
Patty.
Is that... Bingo.
You stole my answer.
What do you do while you're doing bad?
Well, I won.
Great minds think alike.
Oh, damn. Okay, here's the setting. This is why I just said that. I am now watching this back after you've edited, and my wife is watching and going, wait a minute, what? What? I don't fucking think so.
Hits the space bar right about now.
Yeah, and I'm
And
explaining.
now we're back. He's explained to Patty what just happened.
It's a joke, babe. It's a joke. It's a joke. Well, it's not funny. That's what I'm going to hear. Okay, so end of the day, it's been stressful. I have a go-to song. No, seriously.
Holding out for a hero.
No, I believe you.
Holding out for a hero.
Silly.
No. If I'm really pissed,
Like a
My
rock.
Sharona.
no.
I was
my
gonna
Sharona.
For right to power. No, sorry. Beastie
Blood
Boys?
Red Skies
Really?
by Judas Priest.
Okay. Yeah.
Holy fuck. That's right.
You want to come to my birthday party?
I didn't fucking... Hey, you want to be friends?
So want to try on my new chaps?
We can play Pogs.
Did we just become best friends?
Do you know how to duck rudder?
So that would be me coming home from work.
Okay, so just the song, that's it? Or,
Ju-
is
just
there more to that ritual?
No, just the song because it's.
Do you sit in your car and like punch dance out like to
No,
the song?
Blood Red Skies is actually not like a...
Oh, it's not a.
No,
It's not a. Okay.
it's by a famous metal band.
Yeah, I know.
Priest.
Yeah,
Judas
but-
Priest.
It's
But,
not that young. Come on.
But I beg to differ on Saturday night.
Christ.
It's one of those songs you can turn up loud and get your frustration, your anger, and whatever. For me, that's what works for me.
And that's all it takes. One song, you walk into the house and it's like nothing happened.
No, there's a reason I do that. Is because it keeps me angry. If
I gotta be angry when I get home to see the kids.
I can wait to get in there.
Keeps you angry.
Bruce Banner
Listen,
over here.
here's the
Jesus
thing.
Christ. Get those clothes off! Get them off!
That's the secret. I'm always angry.
You know, Priest fires me up.
Brace yourself, Patty. The springs are going to touch the floor.
If I've not gotten it out of my system by the time I'm driving into the garage,
I drive out the garage the other side.
hey,
Play the song again.
Listen. I've taken the long way home before.
I play it backwards in reverse.
Oh, then you hear satanic messages.
Yeah.
Get pulled over by the cops. Hey, is that Blood Red Skies?
Are you having a bad day? Yeah, thanks.
Bad day, huh?
Listen, I understand, man. Just keep the speed down. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Drum solo, man. You know what it's like.
I can't walk in the door unless I've heard Hellbent for Leather, my friend.
No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. No, it's got to be Blood Red Skies.
Blood Red Skies. Okay. So now it keeps you
Off
angry.
the
You get home,
88
then
album,
what?
ram it down.
I've usually calmed down by the time that I've reached home and whatnot. You've sort of.
So is it
Okay.
is it almost like a final adrenaline burst for the day?
Yeah, sort of.
I'm quite sure there's a burst in there.
But now, if I were to get home and be like, I'm still frustrated and explain the day to I would totally be on shooting things on the PC. I would either be on Destiny, I would be on, I don't know, I guess you can't shoot things in Diablo 3, but you can still kill them.
Yeah.
I would be on there, but then it has to be headphones on, loud music, and just leave me alone for an hour or so and let me get this out of my system. So I totally get that part.
What about you, Josh? What do you do after a stressful day?
And drink. That's
I don't drink. I typically do get...
clearly you don't.
No, well...
He's trying.
Fuck, I'm trying to change, Brent.
He's trying to become an alcoholic. Cut him some slack.
It's a pretty hard club to get into.
Hey,
Not really.
that's... What was the question?
What do you do to relax?
I smoke a lot of weed, and so that's kind of what I do.
It's still weird to hear that in a public setting.
And be
even though
okay with it.
It's legal now.
Canada!
Is that going to cause issues when he crosses the border, or somebody that works at the border sees this video?
They can't prove it.
Not
He's
anymore.
just acting a character.
He could be a Canadian superhero, Captain Cannabis.
No, but there was articles that the United States was going to refuse entry if they could prove that you even smoked it.
I'm not worried about it.
So, but they've already said that they're not going to enforce it. So it's not a big deal.
Well, most of the states now it's legal to smoke.
It's legal in Maine.
and
But
Colorado.
it's still illegal federally.
Federally, it's illegal.
And customs is a federal agency. So they cannot say,
right.
it doesn't matter you're going into Maine where it's legal. You have to cross the border. That's a federal law.
Yeah, get there, the customs guys patting you down and everything. So you smoking the weed up there in Canada? No. Oh, fuck, I thought you were going to get us some.
I suppose you could stand back at the line, Hail Mary, a fucking football-sized chunk of dope.
Oh, they'd love that. They would fucking
Just stand
love
50 yards from the border and go, someday, huh?
Had some real shit cookies today.
Hey, was that not a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away a topic? Did we not discuss that? And should we maybe not go back into that?
Yeah, we should do that one sometime very soon.
What's that?
Absolutely.
The whole
That
cannabis
was before you-
legalization.
Okay, well, I do other things. I don't just go
it was
home
before
and...
you existed.
Okay, right. Anyway, and I like... I don't know.
You play music, don't you? Guitar?
I play music, yeah. I play music, and I watch movies, and I write stuff, and, I like to... I also
write
like
stuff?
to...
So you just go on with your life.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a couple podcasts I really get into, and we'll kind of zone out and listen to them. There's one I read a lot of it. I also like to get really stoned and read like a Wikipedia articles and go down like rabbit holes of like true crime and missing persons cases and stuff like that. Like,
So you
True
go
detective.
for the relaxation
Through realism.
to calm yourself down.
right.
I go for I'm going to stay angry, and I'm going to get onto this virtual world, and I'm going to take my aggression out on imaginary things until I finally wear myself out and calm down to the point where I've gotten it out of my system.
For me though, it's a mental thing. It's I spend all day at work focused on, like my job. And so when I get home, I want to be able to completely let my mind just
Get rid of it.
wander.
Yeah.
Because I try to be creative in a few different, avenues. And so I really enjoy just kind of taking, half an hour.
Out of this situation now, I'm going to go into here because...
Well, yeah, just
this
half
is
an
a
hour,
space.
45 minutes of just active thought. And just, what would it be like if this happened?
I'm gonna
And
try
then
that.
how would the reactions, so
I'm gonna try that.
I
I'm
like
gonna
to,
try that.
I like to kind of work on creative outlets, I guess.
So short story. That's what I'll aim for the next time I've had
A short
crap
story?
day.
There you go.
I will fire up Blood Red Skies on the way home.
There you go.
When I get home, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to kill anything. Other than the keys on my keyboard. I'm going
There you
to
go.
create something, and then it'll take
Perfect.
me away from. Yeah, perfect. I will do that. Hopefully I don't have any bad days real soon, but if I do, I will try to remember that, do that, and I'll get back to you on that.
There
See
you
if
go.
it works.
See, I'm changing lives.
There you go.
You like it?
But you have to listen to Blood Red Sky just so you get the feeling.
I will.
Not necessarily
On my way home from here tonight, I will jam out to Blood Red Skies.
Blood Red Skies by Judas Priest.
What about you, Kendall?
Oh, for me, it's music, but it's not coming home and throwing a CD in or whatever. It's disappearing and then realizing that it's 2.5, 3 hours later, and it's like, oh, okay, now I can actually get on with what I was supposed to do.
Is there something you turn to on a regular basis where you're like, I really need to hear this Bowie song?
No, I do not listen to Bowie when I'm in that state.
When you're down, Bowie is up music.
Bowie is up
Okay.
music.
I have a question about that I know I have. Do you have event albums where you don't listen to often, but you'll get a feeling where it's like, I need to sit down and I need to listen to this album soon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the way through.
I have that with movies. Like, I have a few movies that like is really an event, and like I have that with records too, like albums.
I come through the door, I usually have a routine. I look after the animals first and get them their treats or whatever and do their litter boxes. I scoop them twice a day. And then I start making supper. If I'm in a bad place, then it's do the litter box, do the treats, and then I'm immediately got headphones on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a music, I guess,
Guy.
anyway. I have the ability to play music in every single fucking room in the house. But I will literally go into my collection, and the next thing you know, it's 2.5, 3 hours later.
What goes into your first choice when you walk into that room? What thought process goes into, okay, this is the album I'm starting with?
What will give me a release?
Yeah.
I didn't know Playboy made records.
Thinking with your dicks, all y'all.
Well, he would have done the same. If one of us had said release, he would have said, that's a really good idea.
Oh my god. Oh, I got chills.
Fun fact.
Oh, I'm already preparing for it. It's like
You guys have all
seen.
seen my music collection,
Yes.
and it's not small.
No.
Take a guess on what you think the most obscure piece of music I would have in my collection.
Obscure. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
No,
That
that's
you
good.
would go through it and you would think, I can't believe you have this, but at the same time, I'm not surprised that you have this.
Conway Twitty's greatest hits.
That wouldn't be obscure. That's easy to find.
Oddly enough, no. Now I do have every genre, from opera to jazz to blues to metal to.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite performer is a guy that you couldn't pigeonhole in terms of his style. So Bowie.
Sesame Street, ABC 123.
Nope.
I burned mine. You burned yours. You got one?
The Simpsons album, the first one they did.
You guys, okay.
The Simpsons
I'll be
sing.
right back. See if I can find it.
Leave the internet fucking on their own.
Ooh, throw up a please stand by.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. But not for long. We don't want people to be like, oh, fuck this shit.
No, we'll cut the
Put the please stand by up, but just have our conversation.
conversation still going.
We are not experiencing technical difficulties.
I'm guessing that the collection isn't well organized.
Oh shit!
Oh, he sold that one.
Oh no! I put that somewhere when I was seeing Lori, so she wouldn't see it. Fuck!
Okay, well, just tell us what it is.
So if you're listening, Lori, you're
I can
going to
look
find
it up.
out
Is
something.
it like a Hugh Hefner guide to or something like that?
Guide to the
Don't bang the head. Don't
No,
slip up the head.
no,
Don't bang
I
the balls.
actually have the soundtrack To the movie Deep Throat.
Of course you do. Of course you do. It's
A
brilliant.
lot of wah pedal in that one.
So I'm sitting here listening to this whole conversation, realizing that I'm probably the odd man out, that I don't regularly do anything to de-stress.
Yeah, you do. You probably do it and don't even realize you do it.
I mean, I guess
you
you
the
could
hell out of a drum kit.
drumming,
Yeah.
I guess would be, but even still, I mean, it's not.
You strike me as the type
You go
of guy.
down to the man cave, your little office there, and you.
That's just what I do, though. That's where I stay. That's where I work most of the time now, too.
Yeah, but I bet you I spend more time PC gaming than you spend in your office. It's just what I do isn't really the answer,
Yeah.
right? What you do to de-stress is what you do.
Yeah.
Part of the reason is so
Drive.
if I have a rough day, I mean, okay, Monday, Friday excluded, because those days I get to go home. But
It's unqualified. That's such a great sentence.
I know.
I'm on Friday. I get to go home.
But it's just a big deal, man. I'm telling you, being home before 10 p.m. is fucking amazing. But on Tuesdays, this happens. On Wednesdays, and I teach before this. On Wednesdays, I teach until 10 o'clock.
Hear that
On
voice? This happens.
This happens. This right here. This is happening. But yeah.
That's where electricity comes from.
So maybe this is it. I don't know. This could be one of them for
Maybe.
sure. This could definitely be one of them. But I get done. So you have your stressful day, and you go home, right? And you got to figure out what you're going to clear your mind with. I have a stressful day, and I've still got 15 minutes
Other
to go
stuff
from
to
that
do.
building to that building to start my next job to keep going.
So, in order to keep yourself stress-free, you have enough projects that you throw yourself directly into. Like,
Yeah, I'm not
right now
thinking
I'm
about-
focusing on this, and then now
And not
I'm
to be that,
focusing on that.
thing, but I'm not really thinking of me a lot of times that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah, yeah.
more, I'm more doing than thinking, I guess.
So by the
just
time you're done with this project, what happened 4 stages ago or 3 stages ago
Gone.
has burned out to the point where you're like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, I'm done. All right, well,
And I tend to,
So you're-
I tend to flare and drop instantly if something's pissing me off too. I mean, Ryan could probably attest to that.
oh, you're a short fuse.
I just in and out. That's it.
Yeah, I'm a long fuse.
Yeah, I guess I have small little boop-boops all the
We're
time.
talking about fuses now.
Yeah.
I find that it
Well, that
doesn't
goes
matter
with
the
having a
length
bad
of
day.
the fuse.
Well, I'm a long
it's
and
the
thick
size
fuse.
of the bomb.
With your name.
You're like the fuse that Yosemite Sam would light in the Looney Tunes cartoon.
Me, yeah. I
He's blowing on it to try to get it to go faster.
I constantly try to keep my fuse from getting too close to the keg. I'm not a nice guy when that fuse gets to the end.
I missed it. Shit. Yeah, I kind of get the. Oh,
What happened?
Forgot to review the tape.
He made a noise.
well, it's still a pulse. It's still beating.